muted now. Great. Okay, there we go. Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully everything is running smoothly now. We just did during the break we did a router reboot. Hopefully whatever was going on tonight we kind of ironed out a little bit. So I apologize for the technical issues tonight. It's been frustrating on my end. I'm sure it's not been fun to watch at times, but we're gonna continue on, finish out the night, and hopefully everybody will have a good time. So, you guys have just found Nob, the halfling who is hidden in the general store. You have successfully started burning down his house. So now you're left with him at this point.
So, Nob, hey, let's go have a sit down. Maybe you can relax a little and we can talk because we're actually here to talk to you, if I remember correctly. Am I crazy, guys? Did we not get sent?
I mean, no, you're not crazy. It's kind of why I was telling the man we burned down his house on accident.
Yes.
Well, not
Apologies.
accident, but, I mean, circumstance.
I mean, you know, fighting evil, scary things like maybe a hag,
We got a little
zealous.
shy and zealous.
Did you take care of the hag? Is she gone?
No, not yet.
I
Yet.
haven't seen her
The
yet.
dogs are.
Problem. So yeah, let's go have a sit down and maybe heal you up and have a chat.
I'm fine. I managed to hide myself when the dogs came and hid within the storage room, and they never checked it because I locked it. But
Okay.
if Roland is
Amateurs.
dead, but nobody else is here, I think she took all the rest of the townspeople to her cave.
Well, that's promising. That means it's less likely that they're dead.
Did you perhaps hear that maybe she had other creatures in the cave that she was sending
Oh
to
my
attack the
God.
town?
Adrian, I got a great idea.
That always
Look
promises
at him.
good things. Do tell.
He looks like a red cap.
No, he doesn't.
With the right
Racist.
look, with the right things. And I kind of like start moving it.
with the right makeup, I could pass you up for a red cap anytime. Oh, sorry.
What the hell's a red cap?
Tiny murderous thing, kind of dicks, but they're mostly on our side now. We think.
I mean, it helped to have, like, you know, one of our own rat caps to make things happen.
Whoa,
Yes,
whoa.
but I don't love the idea.
I'm not
of
going
putting
anywhere near that
yourself
cave. Are you
on-
crazy?
Yeah.
There's a hag in there.
Go
Well, I
towards the
heard
cave.
you were a harper.
They're not so bad. Yeah, bud.
Yeah,
And I show
I'm
him
gonna.
the pin.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the
As
same.
do
I'm
I.
gonna show.
Look. Yes, I work for the Harpers, but I'm merely a contact. I'm not combat worthy. I relay information through the forest lines here. This is treacherous
Well,
territory, so all I was a go-to guy.
we're not
Oh.
really asking for much more than that, are we, Garvin? If
Is
we
it
are,
so
then-
treacherous? Other than the dogs and the hag.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
don't you know anything about the forest? I mean, well, not this forest. This forest.
No.
This wasn't here when I lived here at first. This sprung out of nowhere.
that much I figured.
We're miles from the
yeah.
actual high forest, but that's dangerous territory. That you don't want to go in there if you can help it.
Well,
Unless you know somebody who's taking you through there. That's just common sense.
yeah. But we are in
Yeah.
tough times.
So we need to take care of the hag. We need to talk to you about somebody's else's problem.
Look, you take care of my problem, which at this point is the hag and our missing townspeople, and I'll tell you anything you guys want to know. But until then, first of all, you burned down my house.
Apologies.
Sorry?
That's what.
Inflation in the heat of battle?
Given that you are a harper, I may have other recompense that could be arranged. I have a net of sorts. But I have a few quick questions before we jaunt along.
Okay, go ahead.
Amongst the townspeople, were there two young ladies who may be Nonny's daughters? Do you know who Nonny is?
I know who Nani is, but
Are her daughters amongst the townsfolk?
They've never been here, as far as I know.
Okay, well that answers one question. Is there a Mrs. Knoll? Or maybe a
No,
Mr.?
no.
Okay.
I run this store here, and that's pretty much. I mean, that's how I get my information and things are back and forth. While this is a front, it's still my job.
So this is a conversation to be brought back up later, but something for you to chew on in the meantime while we're off ousting another hag. What would you say to perhaps a relocation to Waterdeep and doing essentially the same thing in an established business? Do you want to come work for me?
Well, you know,
Pretty
we can have that conversation when we get back, but it's also something that we'd have to speak with my superiors about, because I do have a position out here that.
Yeah, we've got to run it up the flagpole. I understand, but I just wanted to plant the seed. We'll go do the thing.
I mean, I'm sure a house like that's not that expensive. I mean, how much did it cost you to build a house like that?
I don't remember. I think it was out here when I came here, so I was stationed out here, so I didn't actually pay for it, but it had all my stuff in it. Now I'm stuck in these clothes for days. I mean,
Oh, it was pretty gross. It was covered in moss, and it was definitely cursed or something.
He's not talking about his friend Garvin.
it has to
No, I'm
been.
talking about his house.
Oh, his house was covered. Yeah, your house was covered in moss.
It had to been
Yeah,
something
it's
that
really
Hag did,
aggressive.
Yes.
or
Yeah,
something that
it's
Hag
nice.
brought.
It's-
I don't know. It came. I mean, this has literally been within the last 3 or 4 days. I don't even know how long it's been.
Which
Yeah, I'd say about 4
I just-
days ago.
Okay. While he's sitting there kind of freaking out, I just grab out my pouch, count out 20 platinum, and hand him 20 platinum.
And Jesus
Jesus Christ.
his jaw just drops.
Things better now.
Yes, as you see him slide it into his pocket. I think
Alright.
we'll be just fine. Look, I'll keep things tidy and cleaned up here. Forget the house. We'll deal with that. But let me get the shop back in order, and I'll be able to give you guys some supplies and things you may need for whatever happens after this. But for right now, if you guys can take care of that damned hag, I'll go from there.
You want us to take care of the dead guy upstairs?
No.
Or
Let me
you wanna
take
do
care of
that?
that. I'll take care of that.
Want me to bring him downstairs?
Hey,
it's
my
a little
job.
easier for you?
I kind of step away, pointing at Ziri, hello.
My job.
Oh,
yes.
you're a Kellenverite. Oh, I knew a couple of Kellenverites back in Waterdeep.
Yeah. Dip,
Anyway,
dip.
Sahiri's face just kind of falls for a minute.
No, not now.
I mean, if you will do the honors, then by all means.
Yep, I can do that.
Wait a
Want me
sec.
to carry-
You knew a couple
want
of
me-
Kalemverites. What were they
Yes,
called?
Murray,
What were
please
their names?
bring,
No.
please bring
What if it was her parents?
Not yet. Wait.
No.
till they hear
But
it.
wouldn't she
Otherwise-
want to know?
I don't- The look on her face, I didn't think so.
Garvin's
see if
not that.
Yeah.
He's
I know.
sorry. Low wisdom, buddy.
No, I know.
Garvin. Too soon, Garvin. Too soon.
Yeah.
All right, you know, look around. Roll insight check at that point.
Yeah, we're
It's
gonna
the
slow
bananas.
roll this there, Garvin.
and we'll get this started because we have to go take care of the hag.
19.
Yeah.
Was she freaking out? Okay, so if
She-
she looks like
she's-
she's freaking out,
She's moving into let me just do business and shut everything
So,
else
yeah,
down.
he goes quiet. He goes quiet.
I'm gonna let you do your thing
Get a
by
19 on
yourself
his insight.
unless you specifically call. I'm just gonna let you do your thing.
Hey, Coco, do you want to go keep her company while she buries that poor lad? Thank you, love. And then as soon as the two of them are far enough away, okay, now we ask. So those two that you knew in Waterdeep? Oh, please.
Killed by a necromancer.
Wait, I haven't been back to Waterdeep in in years.
Yeah, that part's not that important. You know, can you tell me who they were?
They ran the mortuary within in the city of the dead.
So the reason that we hushed this conversation is that those are her former parents. Yeah, bit yikesy as situations go. She's
Wait,
not in the
wait,
fold
wait.
yet.
That's little Sahiri.
That is little Zahiri, not so little anymore. Very capable of keeping us all alive.
And her parents were
Rising
killed by
as oh
a necromancer.
yes, he's a douche.
I mean, I think he was a lich, wasn't he?
He's a douche.
He's a lich now. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Power level notwithstanding.
That
So
okay.
yeah, that's why.
That's a whole nother problem. I'm sorry for her, but I can't. We can't deal with that right now.
No, but the organization is aware of the situation, so you know,
That's why there's 3 of us with one of her and one of her.
people have eyes on her, so you know.
okay.
So, if Nani's daughters weren't here, why did they send us? Why did she send us to talk to you? I don't understand.
Well, why is she looking for her daughter? She didn't want anything to do with being a parent.
Or she does now.
I think she wants to make amends.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, that means you got to run across Gray. Nobody wants to do that. That guy's an ass.
Yes.
Yeah, we.
Well, more, please.
Oh, we heard
Tell me
that
about
name.
Gray.
This guy's an ass.
He's cocky. He thinks he's God's gift to everything he does.
Huh?
If he's taken the kids, where could they have ended up?
How well did you know him?
I honestly, it was more a side acquaintance deal. Just ran across him through my different connections. I mean, at this point, if you run across Nadi, you somewhat run across anybody that she's run across as well at some point or another. But I mean, knowing her, you know Gray, and he never did sit right
Yeah,
with me.
She
But-
set herself up a tavern there in Waterdeep, and she's all like, "Boy, I care about my kids now."
That was a long time ago.
Actually, kind of a nice place.
There may be a problem. They could have ended up
Yo,
in the
I'll solve it.
Feywild.
It's not a problem.
He's had this weird obsession with the Fey and something to do with the origins of the dragons.
Oh.
Oh,
That
that's
could be
a
a
little
problem.
that's a
that
little
could be a big
disturbing.
problem.
Man, I know we had this whole cult of the dragon problem a number of years ago, but
Oh yeah, the masky dudes. Yeah, that was
they,
weird.
that kind of cleared up. And I mean, the dragons are rare, but the old legends say that they originated in the Fey.
But it stands to reason that if he's investigating the sworn enemy of his ex, he's up to no good.
Well, I would say anytime you deal with Gray, you're up to no good. So, I mean, deal with the hag, and I'll do a little bit of digging and some of my research with the Fae, and I'll see if I can get you guys some information.
What do you know about
Right.
her? The hag. I mean, like, obviously she had a Yeth Hound, which he didn't like the son that I brought out.
How that fucking thing was? It looked terrible.
Yeah, they're pretty gross.
Yes.
I honestly don't know anything. She fucking stink bug.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, was that a cat? 'Cause I just saw something go-
yeah, I thought that was a cat.
So
Sorry, that's one of mine.
Sorry, guys.
I'm gonna
Anyway.
reach out, grab the stink bug, stick it in my shirt. Sorry, that's mine. That's Norbert. Norbert number 2.
I mean, I don't know anything about it other than she had these little Guys, oh, those were red caps.
Yes, red
Yeah.
cap.
Quite literal in their
Iron
name.
boots.
Okay. They kept calling her
Yeah.
her Magda. It was.
Yes,
But I don't.
know
She
that.
appeared about 4 days ago, and it was after these giant trees just sprang up from the ground. And she came into town and threatened everybody with something bad happening, and nobody kind of took her seriously other than they were a little freaked out by the trees. But then all of a sudden, about 3 days ago, all these like giant dogs came flying into the town. Everybody was screaming. I immediately ran in, hid in a barrel within the storage room, and I kind of stayed there since. Like, I just survived off what little rations I kept in there.
I think we got a problem then. 'Cause I
Yeah.
don't think a hag's powerful enough to bring an entire grove of trees into existence, and
I
I
did
mean she's working on behalf of something else.
something bigger, much worse. It may
Did
be
the-
time to call Dad again.
Did the townspeople do anything different in industry or anything recently? You know, like cut down trees or, I don't know, stuff
No.
like that?
We're pretty much a trading outpost, so there's not much that really. Nobody does any type of it's there's no manufacturing of any kind. We don't go out. We don't do, well, again, it's too far to the actual forest to really do any good. The mine is too far away to be able to do anything. We literally are here at a trading post on the outskirts of the high forest, just kind of to be there for these other smaller communities that have spread out as they've tried to move out into the frontier.
Ah. So
It used to be Solember's job, but
Right.
they've kind
Wait a
of run on hard times.
So if
What
the
if
city
this...
is destroyed, those towns are cut off.
Wait a sec. What if this Gray guy's responsible for whatever
Yes,
happened?
I was wondering the same thing. Does Gray have any particular grievance with, anyone in town? Maybe you, even?
I mean,
Not
I never,
mention anyone.
as far as I know, I never ran afoul of him. He just kind of was, as I said, he's kind of an ass. But being a point here, right next to the high forest, maybe we have a little bit more focus to the Feywild here. And
Well, I guess
Maybe just
he was trying
coincidence.
something and it went badly.
Yes. What witches? Did you? Is that the word that I heard? Hey, Sahiri, Coco, you
Yeah?
may want to be a part of the conversation now.
Almost done.
Okay. Take your time. Do what you must.
if Gray is using this town as some sort of central point, that'd be unusual.
Where did Gray live?
He's never lived anywhere near here.
What the fuck? Then why did they send us here? Nobody that we're looking for has lived here, and yet she sends us here. Why?
If I may,
You may.
maybe Miss Bossy Pants knows exactly what's going on here, and she knows exactly what's going on, but doesn't want to tell us because she knows we'll say no. So she's like, "Hey, go to this place and see this guy," because in subtext, oh, the place is totally fucked up, and there's a hag and shit that's totally connected to this, and I know it, but I'm not gonna say anything. You know, maybe.
I mean,
I
if
don't
I had
know.
to guess subtext, it's more of the I know the Feywild's kind of bleeding over and it's a big freaking problem versus just a hag. She could have
This is
taken care of a hag.
Is this a fucking test? Are we?
If I know Nani,
auditioning right now.
she's a little more straightforward than that. She's not going to give you some sort of run around. Either she
She wants
legitimately
us out
didn't
at-
know, or the only thing she knew
Hmm.
is that this place was some sort of point and knew I was here. They could go to in some sort of
Oh.
direction.
So maybe, yeah, she wants us to connect the dots on our own when we get here, kind of situation.
Because trust
I
me,
don't
if
think
she
she's
knew what
that
was going
smart.
on and she would send it to you, she had have told you.
Eh.
I don't disbelieve
Hmm.
that. Rather strict.
Well, I mean, we got a hag we got to take care of anyway, so I'm gonna sit over here and take a little nap. Sorry, Filbert, Norbert, Sassy, sorry. Paul, Bob, Jim, Francis, Derp. Sorry, you gotta go. And I'm gonna stop concentrating on it, and they're just gonna go.
Bye, Derp.
All your snakes just go poof, disappear in existence.
So while
Thank
they're
you.
working, Coco is just gonna sort of tug very gently on Sahiri's sleeve. You okay, Sahiri?
Fine. Everything's great.
Are you
Um,
sad?
Working hard. Yeah, not about. I mean, I'm sad that this man lost his friend, but death happens.
Okay.
So here he just goes right back to finishing the rites and is like, okay.
Pats you on the shoulder, and she would help. In any way, presumably when she spent all that time with you, you would have shown her like little things to do. To
Yeah, I would have. I mean, Sahiri would have opened up and told her a little bit about, that she was adopted by them. They accepted her even though she was a freak.
Coco would have disagreed vehemently with that. But then again, Coco is a giant parakeet, so
Giant mushroomy moose guy.
I mean, tieflings are not common, so.
And 2 children of a god. Yeah, nothing about us is normal.
Nope.
Which is
So
why
yeah.
we work so well. So Sahiri, when she finished, would thank Coco for her help and then go rejoin everybody.
Love. So you said witches.
Well, I mean, a hag generally doesn't work on their own usually. I mean, if they are, then they're just a lead-in, but a lot of them work in covens of usually at least 2 others. I've never seen any other ones
Oh.
here, but
Scratch said that he's never met the sisters of Magda either. Oh, Scratch is a red cap that we befriended.
Yeah, we made friends with the red cap.
I mean,
It's great.
To be honest, we're working on a red cap rebellion is where we could use you. You could look like a red cap. Go in and make sure the rebellion starts as we come in.
I have.
and
Oh,
they see through my ruse and kill me on the spot. Yes, brilliant. I didn't know.
I feel like this man has been through enough today.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
But he's made
It's,
out like
it's
a
a lot
bandit.
to ask of him.
You got any friends?
Me? Yeah,
Murray puts up his hand.
they were.
Hi.
As far
I
as I
like
can
you.
tell, aside from Roland, who's now 6 feet into the ground, the rest of them I think were all taken.
Well,
Unless you
That's
found
fine.
anybody
Like,
else in any of the other buildings.
Friends.
Yeah.
so can you point us in the direction of this hag?
Well,
Like,
it's
quite literally. Point.
It-
I need to.
there was a cave about a mile north of here. That's where those people from Cylinder were taking their yearly monthly rituals to, or whatever it was that I don't even know what the heck that was good for. It seemed more ritual at that point than anything else, but that's where they had been taking it to. That's the only place I could think of from here.
Okay, and that's that way.
Yeah, just head north, and as you points north, you notice there's actually again a slight break in the tree line. It's slightly smaller, a little bit less dark, and there's no moss growing in this area. It's grass this time. It's just straight out, head straight up north. Still very dark, and then the canopy of trees are still very, very thick.
Nah, before we leave, is there a carnival that way? Just checking.
Murray sits bolt upright. Carnival!
Yeah,
Why
Coco's
would we
eyes
have
are
a
like this.
carnival all the way out here? This is a
Because the
small
last
town.
hag we encountered was in a carnival, and it was really unpleasant, and I really don't want to go through that again today.
Oh
Yeah, I
god,
don't like
Happy
carnival.
Jack was way too happy.
Well,
I
there's-
don't even like carnival. What's up?
the only thing I'll say is stick straight north, because if you go veer too far east from there, you're gonna end up in the high forest, and you really don't want to do that.
No, that was weird.
But dude,
Okay,
But
great
there's the
plan. Thank you for that
grandfather tree.
advice. I like that advice.
I mean, in the meantime, if you need to rest up, I don't know. It's been 3 days since I've heard anybody. Either they're alive or dead, and if they're still alive, maybe they'll be for another day. But if you need to stay the night and leave first thing in the morning, I mean, you're welcome to but I don't know at this point.
I think that's a great idea.
Yep.
Irene, I won't fight you. Sorry.
Unfortunately, most of the food stores that we have here have gone bad from whatever. I don't know what she did, but
Oh, I got all of us covered for a day. Even you, Chief. Don't worry about it. Have you ever had good berries? They kind of bury the lead. They're really good.
Yes, the name is pretty on the nose.
I mean,
And
yeah,
I'll
of
just-
course.
Okay, so if you get hungry there, we'll all have a meal together. We can have some berries, and they're great.
All right. Well, I would offer you to stay in my house, but it's kind of on fire, and you look over, and it's just the whole house is just engulfed and is starting to collapse in on itself.
It doesn't look like it's gonna spread to the other buildings, does it?
No, it's too far away from any building to do anything.
Just making sure.
And
We
It does
rescue the
turn out,
villagers and they
sir.
come back, their entire village is incinerated.
the fire at my house just made me think. The big bonfire here, Magda kind of summoned it out of the ground, and it looked like a normal little like bonfire when she started it, but it quickly spread larger, and then it's been sitting there like that. I've never seen anything like that.
Okay then.
Care of the fire somehow.
I mean, you might as well wait until goes the rest of the way down and then tear it down. I get a feeling those trees, if they sprung out the way they did, they're probably enchanted. I don't think they're going to catch fire anytime soon.
I should hope not, otherwise we're in a lot more trouble than we thought.
Yeah, I can't stop magic.
About that.
I can see it, but I can't stop it. So
I can only stop it from happening.
Well, I'd offer the well, but unfortunately, a giant tree sprang through it. So our water sources are kind of minimal.
okay.
Ooh.
Well, that's a miserable existence, huh? Permanent shade with a bunch of bitey fucks and a fire that won't go away and a tree in the well. Eesh.
Yeah.
So Murray's gonna get up and is just gonna point at the fourth house, not the dead guy house, because it's just weird. But the fourth house. How about we take up that house? Because I want to get away from this fire. I don't like it. It's weird.
I mean, just be careful with that. That's actually a family. There's 3 kids, a husband and a wife that live there.
Oh, I...
Just
The
trying.
best not to damage it in any way.
I'm gonna stick close to Nob.
I mean, I'm just
3
gonna stay
kids,
in
you
my
know the
shop,
parents have
but
a really comfy bed.
I've lived
Actually,
there.
if you
For,
wouldn't mind, Adrian, I got something you could help me with.
Alright. You're gonna be alright then, Nob.
You're really concerned with Knob. You okay there?
I'll be
Fine.
fine. I managed to survive the last 3 days without too much of a problem, so I'll be fine.
Then I'll see you in the morning.
I mean, if we
So-
need like maybe a late night coffee, be able to get that ready, maybe.
I mean, if you have the beans, as I said, all of our stores have been kind of rotten.
I don't know. Garvin looks to Adrian and gives you a slight nudge.
I mean, I think I could scrounge up some beans if you're in the mood for some coffee later. Have a little chat.
Oh. And then Murray just sheepishly walks away to the fourth house.
Coco is baffled. She's like, what?
Then he
But,
runs back with a fistful of good berries. Sorry, take your berries now.
You see,
And boop.
Knob grabs one as well.
Okay.
Garvin puts one in his pouch, kind of wraps it in a piece of cloth, and eats a ration.
Okay.
Okay, hello. Okay, take care. And I nudge Adrian. And I run to the fourth house.
So, you see Nob go in. What he's done is he's actually gone into one of the other rooms. Actually, the one on the right that Coco didn't check. And you see him come back out, and he's got a stack of books. And he goes back, opens the door to the lifted door behind the counter, and then goes back into that room. And starts doing some research.
I'm gonna go help Garvin with whatever the fuck task he just used to cockblock. It's just like a little bit disappointing.
He didn't even realize. That's why he turned around and was like, "Hey, go have coffee later."
Yeah, I was like, alright, he made an attempt. That's valid. I'll go. Alright.
All right. So I'm guessing you grab your orb because it's been close to about an hour at this point since it's been up and running, the drift globe.
Yep. That's actually where I'm headed. Is that direction?
Okay, so you go over and you bring it over.
So Garvin's taking out a piece of rope that he has, unhooking it from his backpack, and as he's unhooking it from his backpack, he's taking his water skin, and he's getting the rope damp.
Okay.
And he's taking the rope, and with his Fey dagger, he's carving a slate etch in the ground in a circle around the fire, and laying the damp rope in the ground around the fire in a full circle.
Okay.
And he's going to coil the rope all the way around for the full 50 feet, utilizing the rope here. It's expecting that it's probably not going to be useful after this. And he's not saying anything to Adrian as he's doing this. He's just doing this right now. So I don't know if Adrian asks what's going on or what.
I mean, when you pull out the rope and start to get it wet, Adrian probably goes, is this another failed attempt to help in my love life?
No, not
Because-
really.
Oh.
Look, I had a feeling if maybe you concentrated and I concentrated, maybe, like you said,
Well,
somebody
magic.
could help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That-
And so at that
Gotta
point, he
be
finishes
careful.
laying the rope out, and I'm gonna cast Control Water, and I'm going to freeze the rope,
Okay.
And I'm gonna
turning it into a solid ring of ice all the way around the fire. I don't really know what I'm doing with this. I just figured, you said
I
talk
don't
to
know.
Dad, so I'm gonna let
Gotcha.
you do the talking, and I'm just gonna sit here and focus.
Oh, right. Okay.
Garvin gets a grin across his face and leans out and grabs the rope, the icy rope in his hands, and just starts focusing on, the arcane energy within him, and his connection to the Fae, and lets Adrian talk.
I'm just gonna walk to like 100, like the exact opposite edge of it.
Okay.
And sit down cross-legged and just put my hand out toward the rope, but not
So-
on it.
As you put your hands out to the rope, you see the ice start to melt, but what it's doing is it's putting up this intense amounts of like steam, not hot, but just it's billowing out to the point where
Okay.
area is now really obscured in light. I mean, all you can see is some of the glow from the light of the fire.
And I'm gonna close my eyes and focus and try to reach out to Dad.
And while he's doing that, I'm gonna keep recasting Control Water, freezing the rope over and over again.
And you every time you do it, you see this steam just build as the ice melts off the rope, and it's just creating this massive like mist throughout the entire area. So the whole entire center of the town, after a while, is completely covered in this like steamy mist. I'm assuming everybody else has gone into the house and is going and resting at this point, as it's pretty late in the evening at this point. So it just billowing out and billowing out in it, and Garvin, your sight's completely obscured as Adrin is sitting there, quiet, eyes closed, and you get this sense of coolness, and the sound everywhere around you, Adrin, just completely stops. Everything is completely silent. You see these green lights flashing through your eyes, and eventually you start seeing images slowly passing. You see a ritual being performed. You see a forest full of strange trees and plants and things you've never seen before. You see a gigantic portal, and you see the muzzle of a dragon slowly coming out. You see different lights. You see multiple different colors. You see a flash of a figure, and for just a brief moment of a second, you see what you thought is the shape of your father. As your eyes then spring wide open, you see the fire has completely gone out. Garvin, you somehow during this whole process, you completely lost sight and consciousness from doing this ritual over and over again, and whatever power had gone through you kind of passed out from it. So Adrin, you're left by yourself, and it's completely dark. The light from the fire completely gone. The house is completely out. You do have dark vision, so as your kind of eyes are readjusting to the light, you see Garvin lying on the other side of the fire on the ground. The mist is still slowly trickling away.
Shit. I'm gonna go check on him.
You go over to him. He's breathing normally. It looks like whatever happened, he may have just fallen asleep through the process, as either through sheer exhaustion over the consistent like casting this spell over and over again. You don't really have a sense of what time it is either. You don't see any lights on in any of the other houses. It's again because of the canopy. It is just pitch black. All you can see is just the kind of the dark, the grays and of no colored light, as you can just see in distances.
Well, Dad, if you're here, I'm sufficiently impressed, but we need to talk. We need help. We need help. I don't know what kind. That, I guess, is up to you and what you decide or can lend, but we are up against something that we don't know. A hag couldn't have done all of this, and only something bigger could have. Maybe not as big as you, but here we are.
Again, you see that as you kind of blink, it seems like it's a long blink. Get again that flash of the silhouette of your father, and you hear a phrase, "Save the Fae."
Okay, Dad. I trust you. I love you. Hope you're having more fun than us.
You do feel whatever this connection is, however this communication is, it's not the same as when you had your run in the Fae on your trip to and from Candlekeep.
Is something what? Save the Fae from what? Dad, can you tell me?
That is all you. That's all the sense you got at this point.
Do I still have a sense that like there's a connection still?
No.
Okay.
It was what you got was broken, fragmented quick images sent to you very quickly.
Boy. Hey, wake up, Galvin. I'm like this far from his nose, just clapping lightly.
Garvin's passed out.
He's out.
Oh, great. He hasn't done this since he was a kid. Alright. Fuck, this leg shit's heavy. Let's see. How well do I know Murray? Stay in that room? Hey, Murray? I need help. Outside. Please.
Murray, you get woken up as this voice just yells in your head.
Quietly. I'm not yelling. Hey.
Well, when he's asleep, it seems like it's yelling.
That's valid.
Muted.
Yeah, you're muted, buddy.
You hear in your head. Mm. And then you hear. And like 30 seconds later, Murray comes out, no armor on.
So Murray,
just
as you come
naked.
out, as you open the door and
Dude.
look out, you see just mist is low along the ground, just rolling mist coming out from the ground. Looks like it's kind of centering away from the fire. The fire, you notice, completely out. And you see
Hey, we did it.
Adrin standing next to Garvin, who's passed out on the ground.
Okay, congratulations. Is he dead?
No, he's fine. He just put himself asleep. He hasn't done this
Oh.
since he was studying to learn his first few spells. He put in so much work he didn't wake up for a full day. Mom nearly shit herself.
So let me guess, he's too heavy and you need the beefcake to pick him up? I want to hear you say it.
I'm
Oh,
pretty
sorry.
strong.
Oh, geez, I'm tired. Start walking back in the house.
Murray,
Sorry.
would you please lift Garvin? I am not strong enough. With his leg armor included in the equation.
And you need the who to pick him up?
The beefcake.
Yes. All right. Whoop.
Also, we're gonna like walk in together and I'm
Yeah, I gotta
Um,
go to the fourth house.
So Dad says, save the Fae. And something is stopping us both together from fully getting through. So we have some bigger problems on our hands. Possibly including a giant portal and a dragon emerging
Oh.
from it.
Ooh. Like how
Yeah.
big? Like what kind of dragon? Are we talking like a happy
Big.
dragon? Or
I just saw its nose, and it was bigger than me, I assume. You know, scale is
dude,
kind of hard.
I'm bigger than you.
flashes.
Am I that scary?
Yes.
Huh, that's fair. Okay. But hey, good news though. We might get to go to the Fae. I can't wait for Coco to see the Fae. Oh my god.
Coco's gonna flip her fucking lid, dude.
And I'll lay Garvin down in like one of the children's beds, just kind of gently
It's about the right size.
cover him up. Pat him
Is
on
this a
the head,
halfling
kiss him on
sized
the
bed or
cheek.
is this a human sized bed? Is
they're
my
humans.
first question.
They're human.
They're
Okay.
human.
Yeah. So I cover him up,
In your-
I pat him
in
on the
your
head, kiss him on
General
the cheek.
conversations with Nob as you guys were dealing with food, you find out he's the only halfling in the village. The rest of his village has been populated by humans.
Ah, even hotter.
Sorry about the
Have-
coffee, bud.
Hey.
Why? I have it.
Really late.
Hey, Adrian. Close the bedroom door. Hey, Adrian, did you go and get yourself some knob? Wait. Oh no, that's hilarious. I'm going to bed. Never mind. It's awkward. And they go upstairs.
I don't hate my friends. I don't hate my friends. I don't hate my friends. I don't hate. Okay.
You hear
So-
giggling from upstairs.
Adrian, you do feel like you are exhausted from however long you were there. You don't know how long it has been, but for whatever reason, you're really tired.
I can also feel my magic, and it seems particularly volatile at the moment. So I feel like I should take a nap before I try to get, something. But yeah, I am gonna make sure that I root around through Garvin's backpack and pull out those coffee beans that he had mentioned.
Okay. Give me an investigation check. See if you find it.
Fuck.
Garvin
Yeah,
doesn't have a
right.
lot of stuff.
Really
He'll find it.
bad. I
didn't say it was a high
really
DC.
bad. It takes me like a fucking half an hour.
There's actually not a lot in there. There's a drift globe, an immovable rod, a green dragon scale, a mess kit, and the coffee, a water skin, and like a tinderbox. Yeah, like
So-
it's a small pack.
It takes you a little longer than what it should, considering the amount of stuff he's had in there. You pull out things multiple times because you just keep grabbing them. Eventually, though, you do find the beans.
Nothing in this fucking pack, and I can't fucking find it. Murray must be fucking rat. Go to fucking sleep now. Luckily,
So-
no one is awake to notice it, but for the first time in the campaign, Adrian looks embarrassed. Like, blushing.
So, you go lie down at this point now that you've. Yeah. So
I
you
take
guys
the
all.
other child head.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys all lie down. Get a long rest. Garvin, you do not take a point of exhaustion. While you were just casting this over and over and over again. You just passed out. It was just normal tiredness and weariness. It wasn't late enough that you're not going to get a full night's sleep. But you, Murray, and Adrian will all kind of wake up after everybody else. You'll be the last ones to kind of get up in the morning as the night hasn't been fully restful as normal, but you guys don't take any exhaustion. You do get your sleep. So Sahiri and Coco are kind of the first ones up. Eventually,
Now, mechanically, does that mean no long rest?
you do get a long rest. Yeah, you'll get a long
that's-
rest.
Just double check.
Yeah. That's why
Ours
you're
is
not
just
taking
like
the exhaustion
2
either, because
hours
you guys
later.
got enough. It just wasn't. You didn't pass out. Late
Gotcha.
in
So
the night.
the two of them just wake up first, then we're waiting for a few hours.
Yeah.
Right,
They sleep
yeah.
from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. We sleep from fucking 12 p.m. to 9 or 8 a.m.
They're up with the sun. You guys are up a little bit later. Not that you could tell the sun because it is still dark. Especially with the fire now gone, there's no extra sense of light. So Coco and Sahir, you wake up first. You notice it is still dark. So Coco, you have a little trouble, seeing.
Yep. She's gonna just pull out her rapier because it it exudes light.
Yeah,
so
it
here he
usually
looks
has,
at
like,
Coco and goes light and casts the light spell.
Thank
Light
you.
problem solved.
We'll sheath her blade then.
So you guys come out of the house and you look, and there's still a small layer of mist on the ground as you see this circle around the outside of the fire, and a rope still kind of sitting in there.
The boys were busy last night.
But you also notice the fire is completely out.
I'm not sure I want to know what they did or how they did it.
Still dark.
Yep, it's dark. But at least we have the light spell. Maybe we should go check on Knob.
So you head to the
Make sure he's okay.
you head into the into the general store, you see the door to the middle room is closed.
Knob, I guess, is sleeping.
Excuse me.
Mm.
Morning?
I guess it's morning. Seems like morning. I feel like I had a pretty good night's sleep. Wonder if there's
Dispel the
anything.
magic?
Maybe. I wonder if there's anything in the house we could use that's still good to make food.
Search the house.
Okay, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
She looks so happy when she said
I
that.
can do that. I am very good at investigating.
It was just search the house. Oh man.
Well, when you search, there are shiny. This is known.
I mean, no, you just looked very proud of yourself. It was very on brand. I loved it. 10 out
Coco's
of 10.
pretty proud of herself for knowing phrases now.
As are the rest of them.
Investigation. That is a 16. No,
Okay.
sorry, math bad. 15.
Okay, so you guys look around the house, and the pantry. You look in the cabinets within the kitchen. There's food stuff there, but it's all gone bad. I mean, every little thing of food is just nothing looks edible of any of it.
All the bad stuff, if there's like a trash bin or something.
Yeah, Coco holds like a rotten whatever it is. And, ew. And that
Yeah.
sounds exactly like Adrin.
So as we clean it out, we're gonna take the trash out literally outside, and
Okay,
we'll
you
ask
guys clean up.
the
Takes you a little while to clean up.
fake people.
Yeah, it takes you a little while to clean up all the bad food and supply stuff. As you guys are doing that, you hear some rustling as the other three are slowly waking up.
Poke, poke.
I think the
Coffee.
boys are waking up.
What? What's the matter?
Eggs and coffee.
You got any water? I ain't got much left. I used most of mine last night.
On the way back then.
I'm sure Nob's got some.
Maybe I'll go find out.
All right.
See you in somewhere between 10 minutes and an hour.
All right.
Okay, so
Camper.
Adrian, you head over towards the general store. You see, as you enter in the door, you see all three of the doors are closed. He had come out of the right one carrying books and gone back into the middle one where he had been kind of keeping himself safe. Which one?
You up? Middle one.
Yeah. I've been up for a little while. What's going on?
Can I come in? I saw you doing some sort.
Sure. It's unlocked.
Oh, all right. Go in. So,
You see him. He's got the pile of books, and he's been has like a little notepad that he's been writing information in.
Oh, I just remembered. Adrian wrote down the contents of his visions from the night before, and before he left, he just kind of threw that piece of paper at Garvin because he remembered last second.
Okay.
But so what you reading on? Nope.
I'm kind of looking into the Feywild and a lot of interesting stuff. It's a little hard to really get a lot of the history of it because it's been so long, and but I found that it seems the dragons might have originated from there. At least that's where people theorize. And I know it's a story that Gray had thrown around in the times that he had been around the area. Um, but I don't understand why things are kind of where they are right now.
Yeah.
I probably need to just keep looking and try and figure out see if I can figure out what's going on. Maybe I can find some sort of correlation between all these books. I haven't been up all night because I'll be honest, I was exhausted, and after the ridiculousness of yesterday, I didn't. It was nice to sleep without thinking something was going to come and get me in the middle of the night.
Yeah. I'm glad we could put your mind at ease. Then. Would you
Oh.
care for some coffee? I must admit, I am a little embarrassed. I don't have any water with which to make that coffee, but I have the bean.
I have an extra water skin. I don't take coffee. It makes me all jittery. But feel free to make it yourself.
Oh no, that's all right. I was just trying to be courteous.
But he hands you a water skin, a full water skin.
Thank you. So, in your readings, have you perhaps encountered anything about a big portal? Purple?
Nothing that I know of. No. I mean, if that's something you want me to specifically look for, I can at least try and see if I can reference that anywhere.
I mean, okay, so this is gonna sound fucking insane. I know. My dad's a god. First off,
Not the craziest thing
also
somebody's
kind of
claimed,
a-
but okay.
I mean, the fire's out. It's not a claim. He's also kind of an archfey. It's complicated, to say the least. All I know is lots of pretty colors, a strange ritual, a strange forest that I don't recognize, and I've been through a lot of fucking forests and seen lots of maps. I like maps. A big fucking portal, a dragon's muzzle that was equally big, bad, scary, a bunch of flashy lights, and, you know, some minor communications from Dad, including save the Fae. Seems spooky.
Giant portal. You said the dragon was coming through the portal?
Yep, coming out of the. Oh.
Well, that sounds bad.
That seem bad to you? Yeah.
That seems really bad.
Mhm.
The dragons are going back. You said a forest with strange plants and trees and things that you'd never seen before?
I didn't use those words, but those are more accurate. So yeah.
Have you ever been to the Feywild before?
Yes.
How much of it did you see?
About 3 months worth.
Well, 3 months could be just about anything.
Or a
Time
month.
doesn't work the same way there.
Yeah. A bit.
Did you see
A fair bit.
more daylight, or I mean,
So, we were in the Sealy areas.
so you're really more in the daylight area.
Yeah.
So in your vision,
That's
did it seem darker or brighter, or
Yeah.
oh no?
Yep. Some unseelie
So-
fuckery about. Perhaps.
Well, that you may be in the oh no. That could very well be the twilight area of the Feywild. That's bad.
Yeah, that's big bad.
On top of dealing with some of the unseelie, there's other things.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me do some more checking, but this doesn't sound good. But all right. Okay. You guys take care of that hag. I'll keep looking. I'll reference what I can. I don't think it's gonna be safe to be here any longer, though. Meet me in Succumber when you're done.
We have a.
I know
mode
it's
of
not-
transport. Back
I know it's not
to-
much of the town anymore there. They've kind of run on hard times.
Yeah,
But-
they've seen a bit of income recently from badge.
But with their
individual.
fortifications, they're probably a little bit safer to deal with right now until we can potentially reset up meet or find a new location for. We need this town, but this may not be the place if it's going to be unsafe any longer.
Yes,
Especially
have
if the
you met
Fae has
Mayor-
any type of creeping in, but
Have you met Mayor Randir?
just in on-off dealings, just mostly in information. But
Okay, so you have met Mason then. All right, tell him
Yeah, he's-
Adrian sent you. You'll get whatever you need.
okay, I'll start packing up my books and head into town, and I'll see if I can't send out some contacts with the rest of the Harpers to see if we can find out more information. This seems like
So,
it might have gotten a little bit bigger than just a hag.
That idea that I posed to you though, man, do run that up the flagpole, yeah? If you're interested, that is.
Well, I'll go where they want me to go, but if they like your idea, maybe that'll be an idea. But we'll take that as we go.
Of course. I'm fine taking things slow.
Coco's gonna go find Murray. In the meantime.
Oh, you hear? Sorry, Lord, I was in the outhouse. Oh God, I had gotten in an argument with a squirrel. Long story. They're assholes. They're freaking nuts. I tell you. That's a joke,
Nuts?
but it's not. They're exactly. Sorry. Weird morning. Hey.
In this house has gone bad too.
Oh, I got 4 more berries.
So you guys, as you guys kind of mill about, you guys see Adrian come out of the store, and you see Knob follow behind, and he's got a backpack on. Looks like it's full of books and some extra supplies and things like that.
Ooh.
So Nob's gonna meet us in Succumba, and we are gonna go deal with some stuff. But we should probably, group chat first. There's stuff that I don't entirely know how to comprehend, and that's what Garvin's for. So yeah.
What's our water situation? How are we looking?
My water
Garvin
skin
is
is mostly empty.
Well, Nob was kind enough to lend us one. Thank you.
I mean, I had this weird dream that I could make it rain. I need a barrel. A nice, clean, like, water barrel.
Good luck.
Knob, any water containers around here? Any, like, water barrels? Rain catcher?
We don't have much. As I said, we had a well, and that's where we used to pull water from, but one of the trees really just grew right up through it, and it's kind of been destroyed. So I was surviving on the couple of water skins I had, and I have enough to get me to Succumber, but
How,
I gave
how
you guys
about the
my other-
barrel you were hiding in?
Well, there wasn't anything in the barrel. If you just need the barrel.
Perfect! Yeah, I
It's
just
still
need the
free.
barrel because I'm gonna put a lot of water. I just don't want to waste it.
Sure, it's right back in the storage room.
Sweet!
He's very excitable.
I'm really thirsty!
He's very excitable.
So you come out.
Oh,
You have the barrel. There is a top to the barrel as well.
Okay. Poke the top. Try to pull the top off.
Well, the top comes right off. You actually had to put it back in
Okay.
because that's where he was hiding in.
Okay. Alright. Alright, so I'm holding on to my stick. And I put my finger in the barrel. Water! And I use create water. So 10 gallons of water into the barrel. Water.
Ah,
Okay, so magically the barrel just completely fills up with water.
Fill
guess
up
you
my
can have
water
this
skin.
back then. Nope.
It's a small barrel.
Oh, thank you. Well, good luck to you. I said you can find me at the inn in Sacomber when you get back.
Oh yes. Do tell Richard we said hello. The innkeep.
Will do.
And you stay safe. We'll see you soon.
You as well. Give her hell. And if there's anybody still alive, I greatly appreciate you bringing them back. I know there's not many of them, but they were the only friends I had in the area, and we've already lost one.
Any friend of yours.
We will do what we can.
Before he leaves, I'm gonna wink at him.
We definitely won't want burn the houses down, right?
You don't
know,
see a reaction from
It'll
him.
be good.
That's fine.
As he probably doesn't seem like he caught that.
That's okay. I'll get there.
Okay, everybody filled up their skins. We're good to go.
I drink mine and then I fill it up.
Yep. Murray's doing the same. Like, glug, 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 glug. There's 4 berries left. Take them before they go away. 1.
I ate another ration.
Okay. Coco, another berry. It's food for the day.
I'll take the berry and eat it. Thank you, Murray.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Nice, I get 1 too. Oh yeah. And then down my water skin, fill it.
It does.
All right,
help you
good to
make
go.
it, and I think
Okay. So you guys all.
Awesome. Time for a moose bath, and I invert the rest of the water onto me. Refreshing.
Everybody, you kind of get a little bit of water on you as he's shaking off the. So while he took a bath, you guys get a little bit of a shower.
Coco immediately fluffs her feathers and just does the thing.
Careful, Murray.
What?
Glasses.
Can't you magically clean them?
No. That's gone.
Oh. Oh. Can't you get your brother to magically clean them?
Hey,
Not
look.
really. Prestigitation's overrated.
Oh, I forgot. He's too good for spell.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, sorry. I'll be more attentive next time. I might, go 5 feet another direction. Okay. Well,
But
beware
control
of
water
me
is
and water.
better, and at that point, I just take control water and I flick the water off his glasses.
Thank you, baby brother.
Hey.
All right. So you guys have packed up.
Yeah.
You guys have had filled up your skins. You have rations if need be with Murray's good berries, and you guys decide to proceed on.
We have
Okay.
sufficiently bantered at the time.
Okay. So you
Great.
guys start heading out north. You
North.
find the path. It's overgrown, but it's visible, and it is traversable. But it's definitely, whereas the other path seemed like it was a normal route with no trees or anything kind of blocking. It's a little bit more gnarled. The trees kind of hang a little bit heavier over. There's some of them that are a little bit closer to the path. So while you can definitely tell it's a path, it's a little bit more difficult than it was going through the other way. You can only go about 1 deep as you go through, whereas the other one was about 10 feet wide, so a couple of you could kind of stick side by side through here. This is a little bit tougher. You guys go for about a mile, and all of a sudden you guys can see light.
While we're walking, I'm relaying every piece of information that I've acquired, dream or otherwise, to the entire group.
Okay.
And
So the
asking
bastard
for input
Gray
if
summoned a dragon. That's what happens. That's my
What
guess.
the fuck? How?
Not really sure, but if he thinks it's got something to do with the Fae and some fancy dream of his, I know it's what I would do.
Kill a dragon?
No.
Nah.
someone. Yup.
Summon one.
Oh
It's
my
a big
god,
one.
if he
Nice.
Okay, so get this right. If Gray summoned a dragon, his missus also loves killing dragons. See how many freaking dragon heads are at her pub? Maybe that's like the ultimate to the ex, right? Like, hey, fuck you. You want to kill dragons? Kill this one, bitch. Like, you know, I've seen some messy divorces before, eh? But
Maybe he's trying to get back with her by giving her a dragon to kill to get her kids back and make her be a real mother.
She didn't seem interested in getting back with him.
Also, everything we've heard about him, that seems yikesy at best.
I mean, you see,
I mean,
Harry,
he was
we're
a dick.
guys.
Sounds like something a dick would do.
Yeah, true.
And listen, we're boys. Boys will do pretty much anything for love. Even summon, you know, dragons, I guess.
What? Yeah.
I mean, or, you know, turn into animals and... Anyway, that's
Up.
neither here nor there.
Stop. Nope.
Nope, it's fine.
What
It's
is
fine.
wrong
Don't
with
worry
you
about
two?
it. What?
So as you
I don't
guys are
want to
kind of
hear
having this
numbers,
conversation, you guys see the area start to open up a little bit more, and you see light along the end of the path. And as you kind of get to the end of the path, you notice the forest completely ends. You guys are now in this open plain area. You can see further in the distance, off to the north by northeast, you see more forest out that way. But as you kind of look to your left and right, you see this forest really just kind of wraps around. It really looks like you feel like if you followed it all the way around, it would literally just be wrapping around the village of Meat.
So this is bad, isn't it? There's a fucking forest where it shouldn't be, wrapping around just one town that had a fucking flame and some hellish beasties in the middle,
Weird.
and our new hot
What
friend.
about this
I
town?
mean, it's probably some sort of big, you know, like ritual or something.
Oh yeah. Unseelie ritual, I think. I don't know. It was a
Yeah.
ritual. It was spooky. It was dark, and I don't recognize any of those plants. I fucking remember all the fonts that Murray made me look at 60,000 fucking times. I've even got sketches of them. I think.
The one
wasn't
that
any of
tried
that.
to eat you is the funniest.
Yeah, not friendly. It is kind of neat on the inside, though.
Sticky.
Yeah,
Right, so where are we going? What?
that way.
North.
Hey.
Knob said north. Don't
Knob
go any
also
direction
said-
but north.
Yes, Nob also said be very careful to stay on the
Anybody
path.
got a compass?
No?
How we know we're going north?
I had him point. I assumed that he knew directions in his.
One of us
Ow.
got a compass, didn't they? From the gift from the changeling or some kind of a compass?
You got a Minotaur compass. That it will
Right,
be
so we
able
can
to
always
point
we can
you-
always find our way back. Yeah.
Correct. It will follow the same path
Yeah.
back that you went to, even if it's
Yeah.
a
I
roundabout.
pull up my compass.
But we've reached the end of the trees, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
mine's not right.
So Coco
Cave?
Coco points to the sun.
Garvin's gonna make an intelligence check. I was already getting there. He's not a survival guy, but he'll at least look at the sun and try to analyze it. Raw intelligence, that is a 13.
Okay, so you know the sun sets in the west and rises in the east. Looking at it right now, it's definitely more this direction. So you think continuing on out the path directly of which way you were currently going, if you stay straight from where you're at, you might be okay going north.
I mean, I guess that's north. Let's just keep going. It looks like it.
Okay. What could go wrong?
I mean, everything.
It was a joke, John. I know.
And with that, I think we're going to call it there because we're about just under 10 minutes to midnight, so I think this is a good spot to stop. As the party now has to deal with the hag. The
Well, we
crazy as
gotta
she
find
has
her
called.
first.
We gotta find her first, but we'll tackle that in 2 weeks. Guys, thank you so much for sticking around with me tonight. I'm sorry that we've had the technical issues we had. Looks like, unfortunately, it looks like the problem was with my router. So we've rebooted. Everything seems to have been running better. So hopefully in 2 weeks from tonight, things will be running nice and smooth and we won't have any problems. Thank you again for sticking around. I hope you guys had some fun. I definitely think things are going interesting at this point, as a lot's going on. Lots of little clues, lots of little things going around. So we'll see what happens in 2 weeks from tonight. Don't forget, everybody's on here to please give them a follow, as many of them are also streamers as well. And we'll see you guys. I'll be back next this coming up Saturday with more D&D, playing Storm King's Thunder. I think I'm going to start streaming that again just because I've had problems recording. So aside from that, take care, guys, and have a fantastic night. We'll see you again. Bye.
Take off, eh?